create artwork in Illustrator, you'll inevitably need to edit it. Using the artwork in this practice file, you'll select and move anchor points on paths using the Direct Selection tool, and then you'll learn how to reshape paths, and then edit paths with the Curvature tool. You'll start by selecting and editing this circle. So select the Zoom tool in the Tools panel on the left so you can zoom into it, and drag across the circle shape. If you want to resize or rotate or otherwise transform a shape like the circle, you would select it with the Selection tool in the Tools panel. Now to see and edit the anchor points for a path, select the Direct Selection tool in the Tools panel on the left, and then click the edge of the circle. The anchor points that make up the shape will appear. You'll learn about the parts of the path in the first video in this section, Understanding Paths and Curves. Click one of the anchor points and move the pointer away. You can tell an anchor point is selected because it's filled with a color. Then move the pointer back over that anchor point and drag it to see how it affects the shape. You can try that for any of the points in the shape. Now you'll work on paths at the top of the artboard. At times you'll need to pan and zoom in a document to work on different parts. To do that, you'll access the Hand tool. So press the space bar, drag in the document window, and pan across to see the top of the guitar at the top of the artboard. Then release the space bar. If you need to zoom out a little bit, you can choose View, Zoom Out. Now the Direct Selection tool can also select and adjust paths. So move the pointer over a path and click to select it. With the pointer over the path, you'll see this curved arrow, which means you can reshape the path by dragging. So drag this curved path to try to reshape it. Now you'll move to another part of the artwork and see how dragging a straight path works. Press the space bar to access the Hand tool again. Drag in the document window so you can see the path with the straight line down here. Then release the space bar. Move the pointer over the edge of this shape and click to select it. Like the path above, you can drag the curved parts of this path to reshape them as well. But move the pointer over this straight path, drag the path, and notice that it moves as a straight line. This method moves the path instead of reshaping it since it's not curved. Drag that path up just a little bit to reshape it. Now you'll go back up to the top of the guitar to start editing with the Curvature tool. So press the space bar to access the Hand tool, drag in the document window to pan to the top of the guitar, then release the space bar. If you find yourself with a path or shape that needs editing, and moving anchor points or reshaping paths isn't enough, you can create, delete, and edit anchor points using the Curvature tool. Select the Curvature tool in the Tools panel on the left. Then click on this path to select it, and you'll see the anchor points for this path. Now to convert a path from a curve to a straight line or the other way around, you can double-click an existing anchor point with the Curvature tool. So move the pointer over this anchor point and double-click to make the paths straight. To completely change the shape of the path, like in this area, you can even add or delete anchor points. Move the pointer over the edge of the path, and when a plus appears, click to add a new anchor point. Try dragging that anchor point to reshape the path. When you're finished, move the pointer down the path a bit and add another anchor point by clicking. Drag that new anchor point to reshape the path. To deselect everything, choose Select, Deselect. And then to see all the artwork, choose View, Fit Artboard and Window. Now that you know some methods for editing paths, you'll be able to make changes to paths in your own artwork, whether it's fine-tuning a logo design or editing artwork for signage, and a whole lot more. In Adobe Illustrator, you can clean up and create paths in an illustration by joining paths. In this video, you'll use the Join command to join paths together. If you'd like to follow along, you can open this file from the practice files for this tutorial. At the top of the artboard is a logo. On the right side is the finished logo, and on the left is a series of separate paths. To complete the logo on the left, you'll join some of these paths together so this artwork looks like the finished logo on the right. To zoom into the artwork so it's a little bit easier to see, select the Zoom tool in the Tools panel on the left and drag across these paths on the left to zoom in. Then to select the paths, select the Selection tool in the Tools panel and drag across the two outside paths to select just them. To join them together so that they're just one path instead of two, choose Object, Path, Join. The paths are joined where the anchor points overlapped. This is now one path. Joining works on open paths, but not on paths that are closed like a circle or a square. Now you'll join the two paths in the middle. Drag across the two middle paths here to select them. Be careful not to select anything else. Then, to join them, choose Object, Path, Join. They are now one path. Let's do the same for the smallest paths here to select just them and join them. So drag across these paths. To join them, choose Object, Path, Join. You now have 3 paths. To complete the logo design, you need to join these paths together in different ways. So click the smallest path to select it if it's not already selected. Then press the Shift key and click the path in the middle to select both of them. You're going to join these 2 paths together. So choose Object, Path, Join. Illustrator joins the ends of the 2 paths together with a straight line. The ends of the paths that are closest are typically the first to be joined. If you were to choose the Join command one more time, the last 2 ends would be joined with a straight line and the path would be completely closed. Now you'll join this selected path with the first path you joined. So press the Shift key and click the first path. This time you'll use a keyboard command for joining instead of going up to the menu. Press Command and J on Mac or Control and J on Windows to join the 2 ends of the selected paths with a straight line. To give the path ends a rounded appearance, click the word Stroke in the Properties panel to the right of the document and select Round Cap so that you can round the ends of the paths. This logo is now complete. Now you'll join some artwork at the bottom of the artboard. So press the spacebar to temporarily access the hand tool, then drag in the document window so you can see the artwork down here. Next you'll finish this eye icon using the Join command. You need to copy and flip this curved path first. So with the selection tool selected, click the path to select it. To copy it, choose Edit, Copy. And then to paste a copy in the same exact position on top of the original, choose Edit, Paste in Front. With it selected, now you'll flip it. In the Properties panel, click the Flip Along Vertical Axis button here. Now to drag it into position. Drag the new path so that the ends align with the original path, and Smart Guides should let you know when they're aligned with each other. If you don't see the magenta Smart Guides, you can choose View, Smart Guides to make sure that they're on. Okay, now to join these paths. Drag across both paths and press Command and J on Mac or Control and J on Windows to join the ends of the selected paths. Now to join the other end. Press Command and J on Mac or Control and J on Windows once more to join the other ends of the selected paths. To finish the logo, you'll fill the shape with a black color. So click the Fill Color in the Properties panel, make sure the swatches are selected, and then click to apply this black color. To arrange the black shape behind the other eye shapes, press the Escape key to hide the colors, click the Arrange button at the bottom of the Properties panel, and choose Send to Back. To deselect all the artwork, choose Select, Deselect. Then, to see all the artwork, choose View, Fit Artboard and Window. Now you know how to join paths using the Join command. In your own projects, you can use joining in a lot of different ways, including to combine 2 mirrored paths to create artwork that's symmetrical.